A warm welcome to IAA show here 2024 and the warm welcome to the BPW stall here. Yes, so this time we are coming up with very electric driven things and electric power. We have axles, and then we are also coming up with electronically control all the maintenance IC plus. We are going to introduce it IC plus for maintenance schedules, and then we are having the self-straight axle, and then we have the reverse control system. Yeah, reverse control systems, and then we have aluminum wheel rims, which could be very potential for the Indian market in the coming days, which we see the market is also growing in that way. Yeah, and we have a e-power axle which has been displayed here in the stall, and that is with a 9-ton capacity with twin motor system, which is exclusive for BPW's one, and the energy generating segment. The self-energy generating axles which fits onto the trailers, and it pushes the power, gives the power to the primos. That innovations are also going on, and also for the reefer segment, the self-energy generating activities which we are taking care of it, and which will generate the powers from the rear of the axles. It generates the power and it pushes and gives the generated powers, and then it for the reefer segment it will give the power, and that's how it operates. So there also we are working on that. And we are going to integrate the hardware system of electronic stability controls, that is EBS also they are part of it, and which can be configured with the maintenance part of it. So you can go with the maintenance, periodic maintenance, we can control it, and it gives the alerts to the customers and the return of investment and the total kilometer ratings. These activities can be captured accordingly. So these are the introduction of products new for the Indian market. When we see from the Indian perspective, right? So the way of BPW works as a holistic complete package or the ecosystem of what we wanted to bring it for the transport logistics segment. Number one, we look it from the perspective of the transporter side of it, and when it comes to the payload, at the end of the day, the money has to, payload has to be justified accordingly. So air suspension, the government is also putting a lot of efforts on to bring it these vibration-free products into the Indian market. So we are using the air suspension as a potential product for it, and we, from the day one, we are focusing on the same for the Indian market even. So when it comes to that, the payload is increased, the economy works perfectly fine for the transporter. Second one is when it comes to the tire life, because on the trailer side the 12 tires are there, so of course the tire performance is something very important for us. So we would like to come up with very shortly on the self-straight axles, which we are already working on some of the very projects, upcoming very potential product for the Indian market. So which can also reduce the turning center radius of the complete tractor trailer. The new regulations are also coming into the picture. So we are coming with a self-straight axles. Also we are reverse return also, the reverse self-straight also, because that's a new product from the BPW side of it. While reversing also you can steer it, and which will definitely help us on the turn center. When economy comes into the picture, it is something, every 100 kilometers, 1 liter of fuel you can save on the diesel side of it. So that's also helping us in the fuel efficiency of the product from the trailer side, whatever it can able to achieve it. Yeah. As you know that we also have a product called the IAA Telematics product for the telematics system in Europe. We are working closely with our subsidiary accordingly. And this is something that you already know that the migration is also happening on the Indian logistics segment on the EBS side of it. The people are very comfortably migrating to the air suspensions. Air suspension also has the electronic braking systems, right? So most of the vehicles, BPW running gear system which are running on the Indian roads are with majorly with the electronic braking systems. We have a product called IC Plus, which has been introduced in this IAA show. That is, IC Plus can be configured with the telematics system, and this has all the data of the load, how much you are carrying on the trailer. That can be digitally converted, and it can be displayed to the driver, also with the transporter. So sitting onto the office, he can able to see on the mobile, and also this helps, the hardware will help into communicating the data from analog to the electronically device, and then gives the alerts also, because this product need to be configured, this need to be maintained in very properly, right? So every periodic maintenance will be taken care, and alerts will go to the drivers, alerts will also go to the transporters. So this is the hardware we're going to help us, and this, I think this is needed of the hour for Indian logistics to take a next leap into this. not internally, even whenever the load happens, digitally it can give the load data to the driver, also to the the transporters. So how much is load is being put on this? Because this is the beauty of air suspension, right? So air suspension can go with the pressure can be calculated, that analog will convert it to the digital, and the IC Plus product from the BPW that will send this information to the Telematics, and Eden Telematics is working on that. So we have we are the leading telematics provider in the Indian the European market. So we can able to configure for the Indian in the coming days. You are witnessing from the perspective of the motor in India, so you know the shift which is taking place in Indian market, and the adaptation of the technology is very fast and quick for that reason, you know. And the implementation of air suspension for this technology is adopted very easily, and customers are very much open for investing something on the technology side of it. And we have seen the number one on that part of it coming into the category of leadership on the innovation side of it. So we already taken that leap, and most of the logistic players are synchronized with us, and they're already enjoying the technology benefits of it. I must say nearly about 60 to 70% of all BPW suspensions are fitted with EBS. Yes. So this data is something which is readily available. We are working on something to telematics, convert it into the telematics and give the digital information to the transporters. So this is what something we are working upon, and all our fleet sizes presently on the BPW fitted axles are in the huge numbers, and we are present in the express logistics. We are present on the green energy, on the LNG tractors, trailers are working on that. So this is footprints are very strong what BPW India has put it onto the Indian ground. Now it is transformation of a digital that's going to take place, and we are working on that with these products. Rajesh, very interesting question. Thanks for that, because this is what exactly the Indian market is taking a shift towards now, because the trailer is the product which stands for the application, and that's where the lot of technical inputs are required on that part. As we say, it's not only about the axle suspension for BPW, it's a complete, we think, transport. So that transport comes into the picture, and we work with the end customers. We also work with the trailer manufacturers very closely. Now how the SCM takes place, and how the integration takes place, how the installation takes place. And before that, we also have it's a techno-commercial always for the BPW India to approach upon. Commercial also, economically it has to work out. Second is technically how this product is going to survive on the Indian roads. So that's, we take it very seriously. At this point, we've been converted into the trailer manufacturers. We work very closely. Also, we are working with a lot of OEMs on the tractor side. So it's a complete holistic view and a complete product. It's in a single vehicle which goes for the end customer. And there are 2-3 players will be there. Like we have a trailer manufacturer, we have a tractor manufacturers, we have axle suspensions, we have telematics systems, we have a lot of accessories for the trailers. We integrate together. We always take it as in a project, and we work that way and we deliver it. This gives the very much confidence. If technically things works, then economy is of course going to work out for that. So this is what the approach we have for BPW India as well.